Soft, melancholic piano music begins, fades slightly under voice. Oh, darling, let me tell you. It began, as all bittersweet tales do, with a promise. A shimmering, utterly divine promise of escape. You see, I've always been a devotee of the meticulously curated experience. The sort of holiday where one doesn't merely exist within a location, but rather becomes a part of its refined aesthetic. It's a family thing, you understand. My grandmother, God rest her stylish soul, always insisted that a holiday was a moral imperative, a rejection of the mundane, a tribute to beauty. And so I booked. A whole year in advance, can you believe it? A full 12 months envisioning myself at Mantra PortSea, Port Douglas. Such a name, it practically whispers of sun-drenched indulgence. A little slice of paradise, they advertised, paradise. A delicate, ironic sigh. Honestly, the audacity, absolute audacity. But a year devoted to anticipating this. Then 2 days prior, an email, a rather impersonal email, I might add, a notification. A scalding betrayal informing me that, due to unforeseen circumstances, a sale of the property, of all things my booking was null, void, rendered non-existent. Can you imagine the indignity, the sheer, breathtaking impudence? It's the principle, you see. Ethics, standards, where are they? It's like ordering a couture gown and being sent a napkin. Unacceptable. It was a blatant scam. My mother always told me, a man is only as good as his word. I dropped the cup of tea I was holding in disbelief. I had to navigate this, a socialite, a respected member of society. I had to fight for what was rightfully mine, a duty to be a good person. So I called, many calls, actually. Interminable hold music, repeating like a broken record, until finally, a human voice. I had to book, darling, practically begging for a room, the shame of it all. But eventually, a room was secured, and with a fragile hope, I embarked upon my journey. Oh, the arrival, the first impression. It wasn't radiant, as one might expect, more tired, and the breakfast. They told me breakfast was included. Such a simple, civilized gesture to begin the day. I savored the first 2 mornings. Croissants, darling, golden and flaky, fresh fruit, glistening like jewels. It was bliss, almost enough to make me forget the initial debacle, almost. Then, on the 3rd morning, the truth revealed itself, utterly unceremoniously. Oh no, dear, the server chirped, with a breezy indifference that bordered on hostility. Breakfast isn't part of your booking. Can you believe the gall? It's like you're suspended wrongly in a courtroom, and then when you try to clarify, it's just given a cold shoulder. I mean the levels of manipulation. Like dangling a perfect strawberry before a starving child, then whisking it away with a sneer. It wasn't just the breakfast, it was the lie, the casual deception, and then the room. Oh, the room, my sweet heavens. I've seen more inviting conditions in Siberian gulags. The very air felt heavy with neglect. The shower, darling, the shower, it was an ecosystem of mildew, a veritable petri dish of fungal horror. A shimmering, black and green tapestry of I won't dwell on the specifics, but let us just say it wasn't conducive to a relaxing cleanse. I requested, delicately, a cleaning, of course. One does not simply demand these things. You imply, you suggest, you subtly hint. It took 2 requests, 2 precious hours of my life wasted, before a grim-faced housekeeper grudgingly addressed the issue. It was a superficial cleaning, of course, a mere token gesture. The rot, darling, went deeper. Then there was the cleanliness, or lack thereof, a complete disregard for basic hygiene.
The reality of businesses near Mantra PortSea. Port Douglas, if you're staying at Mantra PortSea, and expecting a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere from the surrounding businesses, prepare for disappointment. The area suffers from a strange emptiness, overpriced mediocrity, and service so bad it feels like a social experiment. Let's break it down, because someone has to warn you. The ghost town vibe businesses near Mantra PortSea have a habit of feeling abandoned. Crystalbrook Marina, for example, is less a bustling hub, more a sad walk past closed shops and empty docks. Reviews describe it as a ghost town, with visitors baffled by the lack of life. One person mentioned an ice cream shop grate. If your idea of entertainment is watching a single scoop melt in solitude, the place is so quiet, you'd think it was a film set after the crew packed up. Dining, more like disappointment now. Let's talk about the restaurants. If you enjoy paying premium prices for food that tastes like regret, you're in luck. Star of Siam, a Thai restaurant, proudly claims to serve authentic cuisine. The reviews tell a different story. Dishes arrive drenched in sugar, lacking spice, and worst of all, made with ingredients that scream supermarket freezer aisle. One diner's rare beef salad was just dry, overcooked meat on a bed of cabbage. Another received a roti that was clearly a store-bought wrap. When customers complained, the staff laughed at them. Authentic, more like authentically bad. Then there's Salsa Bar and Grill, a place where arrogance is the secret ingredient. The linguine was bland, the prawns tasted like muddy rubber, and the waitstaff acted like they were doing you a favor by letting you eat there. One couple's meal was literally snatched away while they were in the bathroom. Imagine spending hundreds just to be treated like an inconvenience. Barbados, where good vibes go to die. Barbados Port Douglas might look glamorous online, but reality is a slap in the face. The booking process alone is a scam. Credit card details, $35 per person confirmation fee, and mandatory QR code ordering. The staff, rude. The drinks, watered down. The lounge chairs, reserved for people who don't have kids. Unless, of course, you're the family that mysteriously gets seated there after being told it was impossible. One guest waited 30 minutes for a beer. Another was scolded for not looking after their kids when a drink spilled. And let's not forget the 20 public holiday surcharge, because nothing says happy holiday like being robbed politely. The pattern: no one cares. The common thread: apathy. Businesses near Mantra PortSea operate like they've already got your money. Why bother trying? Menus don't match what's advertised. Hygiene standards are questionable. One place dried plates on their jeans, and customer service feels like a hostage negotiation. What should you do? Lower your expectations way, way lower. Or better yet, venture further into town where restaurants still pretend to care. Because around Mantra PortSea, you're not a guest. You're just another wallet to drain. And if you ignore this warning, well, at least you'll have a good story. A depressing, expensive story.
Okay, so I was looking into stuff near Mantra PortSea in Port Douglas, just seeing what happens there. It's not good, honestly. Businesses around Mantra PortSea, they sometimes try to get quick money, I guess. It is sad. First, there are these job ads. Businesses near Mantra PortSea, they put up signs and stuff, or post online saying we hiring. Super friendly, right? But it's a trick. They don't actually want to hire you. They just want your bank details, or ask for money up front for training or some nonsense. Promises of easy cash, like a dream job. People, Especially backpackers trying to find work while staying near Mantra PortSea, they fall for it. Then they give away their info, or worse, send money, and it's gone. I bet a lot of them had to cancel cards, report stuff to the police, probably felt really stupid afterwards, and maybe even struggled to find real jobs because of identity theft. The people doing it probably moved on, started a new fake ad somewhere else, laughing about it. You think, it's awful. Then there's this other thing. Businesses, again, around Mantra PortSea looking normal, like they ray proper businesses, but they are using it as a front for a huge superannuation scam. People, tourists especially probably, get offered investment opportunities with unbelievably high returns. They ray pressured, to hand over their retirement money, like all their savings. It's insane, right? How could someone even do that? More than $200 million was frozen, they said. The people who lost money, they're probably still dealing with it now, years later, facing years of financial turmoil. They probably had to get lawyers, try to get some money back, maybe failed. And the people who ran it, they probably got caught, eventually, but the damage is done, isn't it? And there's these payment redirecting scams. You're in a shop near Mantra PortSea, buying souvenirs or something, and you're paying with your card. But someone pretending to be a shop worker messes with the machine, changes the detail.